Well, he's very dark purple, and I almost am wondering if this very bright white background is not doing me any favors. All right, let's see. I have this, yeah, I bought this light box to photograph soap and action figures. And I guess well, now I'm testing a couple of the backgrounds to see if the contrast helps this. I also don't know if just staring into this white box is causing me to not be able to see what is on the camera. Let's try light blue. I kind of like this. I feel like he might be popping a tiny bit more. So this is Shockwave. So I wanted to show you guys this Shockwave because this, well, I don't really know where to start because I'm going to end up telling this whole story, several stories as always, while I do this, which is review these action figures, which I have several of now. And a lot of it has to do with this guy. I got him very recently. But something about this character, this figure, really sparked something. I don't know what's going on. Whatever part of me, whatever part of my brain that got a spark of serotonin from transforming these robots when I was a child. Something happened that caused that part of my brain to wake up and to wake up hungry. I have really been getting a lot out of playing with these things. And yeah, and I wanted to show you guys this one. But I decided I'm going to show you all of them. This is going to be a series. That might be what I'm getting at. This is going to be a series where I review Transformers and tell stories. This isn't much of a story. The story is I played with this robot and decided I wanted to make a series about plastic robots. And then I bought this light box that we're staring into, which is a little awkward. I can't decide if I want to look at what I'm actually doing with the figure or my phone. So this is Shockwave, and he's awesome. He transforms into this really terrific starship. And if you recall, the original Shockwave turned into a laser pistol. The barrel, or yeah, the service end of the pistol was shaped a lot like this prow or whatever of the starship. And I thought this was a great little nod down here that because, I mean, it sits just fine, but there's a little kickstand, right, that pops down that far. And I noticed, I was like, oh, the little kickstand's kind of like a pistol grip. Like, the front of the prow of the ship looks like the end of the blaster, and he's got a little kickstand like a little pistol. But the moment that I decided that one of my next hobbies this year was going to be collecting these stupid plastic robots and making show and tell videos about them, because that's really what this is. Like, I really just want to show people my toys. Every time my mom comes over here, I annoy her by showing her all my Transformers and what they turn into. So now you get to listen to me. Awesome. Hooray. So what really triggered those memories of being a child and playing with these guys was when I realized that this was a 5mm peg, which is a universal. This is what is so cool about Transformers right now. This is a universal peg. A lot of Transformers figures will use something like this for combining or for a weapon grip. And so I can take this Soundwave here, and Soundwave can wield this Shockwave as a laser. I mean, I wouldn't exactly call that a laser pistol. He could wield it pretty good. It sinks a little bit from the weight of it. But yeah, that's not a pistol. That's a heavy weapon of some type. But so holding it out straight like this, he can hold it pretty good. I like it a lot. It's incredible. It's like a Target Master back in the day. So a lot of this is going to be about my memories of playing with these things and what those memories are doing in my mind now as an adult playing with these stupid things. So it was really interesting to me. And on the packaging, there's no mention of any kind of interactivity or anything like this. Like, it was neat to be that it was a surprise, but sometimes you do see this. Like, there's some guys called armorizers and weaponizers right now. There's a couple core class guys. Oh man, yeah, I didn't even talk. Yeah, so anyway, this is Transformers Legacy Core Class Shockwave. The core class is a thing they're doing. You know what? I'll talk about the classes in a future video. I just kind of want to show you guys this Shockwave and how cool he is. And also, let's talk a little bit more about why I like these modern figures so much. Like, what's going on in my brain. That's really what this series is going to be about. My stupid brain chemistry. So you can do all kinds of cool shit with it. Here he is as like the main weapon on Tarn, Cybertronian tank. And yeah, an upcoming video is definitely going to talk about my opinions of these newer guys versus the classic toys. And there's a lot to be said about each, and I have a lot of feelings about both things. But something that is just so great about these modern ones is this interconnectivity and the fact that there are two types of universal pegs and sockets on these toys. You could really mix and match lots of things and do different things with these guys. Like, he doesn't have to be held in, oh, God, yeah. I'll also get more used to using this light box and putting my hands around my phone. Or, I'll figure out some other solution. I don't know. This is new. This is new for me. But you can shoulder mount the Shockwave, do all kinds of shit. Some of my favorite pieces here, that Tarn I just showed you. Like, I got a few, yeah, here are a couple of my favorite types of pieces. This one that came with Tarn, which is usually his main cannon, which I could also have put it in there and put Shockwave right on the top like that. It's a little more compact the way I had it set up, but that's what I'm talking about. You can set them up and they're really customizable in the way you want to display them, and there's a lot of different ways to play with them. But yeah, a piece like this that has multiple pegs, you can put it in different positions. This piece even like flips around. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to not bump into things in this little box. And you can attach lots of stuff to it. You can put it on different parts of them. This one right here that came with Elita 1, really great. One peg. It is a gun, and it's got two sockets on it. So like, and actually I have its opposite here, which has three pegs. Not its opposite, I guess. But I'm gonna use that to attach. This is gonna be my current kitted out Shockwave. I got Steeljaw right there. And Steeljaw, unfortunately, well, Steeljaw will fit inside of this Shockwave, just not terrifically, which is too bad. And again, I'll talk about that when we get to, I don't know if I'll talk about Steeljaw when I talk about this Shockwave. This is Soundwave. But anyway, yeah, I like to get him kitted out real good until he's looking like, oh yeah, he's got guns. This is, yeah, honestly, I'm going to have to do a whole video about this Soundwave, so let's not spend too much. But anyway, I think you understand the point I'm trying to make. You can stick lots of stuff on this guy. And all the guys. Yeah, I think that's it. That's what I want to say about this video. I love that Shockwave. Actually, there's one more thing I want to say about Shockwave when I finish getting Soundwave all kitted out. Like, who's that guy? Let's see. I could give him this. Oh, something about this Soundwave, which we'll get to, is that he's missing a piece. I cannot affix his shoulder. His classic looking shoulder cannon does not affix, but I might 3D print that piece. Unfortunately, this guy did not come with. This video was supposed to be about Shockwave, but look how great this Soundwave is. I feel like this peg is unfortunately going to be a little bit too short to really properly use this Tarn cannon. Like, it doesn't quite, I mean, a lot of things don't always quite sit right, but look at this guy. Anyway, I'm having a ton of fun with these. That's the point. Welcome to a web series. Oh yeah, there was one more thing I wanted to say about. Let's finish up talking about Shockwave, because it's a great figure. The core class is a great series of figures. I might just do, I don't know. I seriously have so much to talk about. I have so many videos I know I'm going to make. One talking about just the core class, one talking about the classes. I mean, that'll be when I break down the classes. I guess I should say this right now, that not only do I not really know what I'm talking about, I seriously have been learning about current Transformers toys for about a month. I picked up like 3 last year, like in 3-month intervals, and was kind of like, well, that's cool. I got Transformers on my shelf. Just, I don't even know out of what. And something really, really, something about this Shockwave blew my mind, and now I'm collecting them. So I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm also speaking to people mainly on my Discord who don't know about action figures at all. So if I'm explaining really basic concepts like the classes. But anyway, yeah, I've got other ideas for videos and things I want to talk about, and we will. So let's talk about Shockwave some more. So this really is a great figure. I love the way it looks. I love the transformation. It's relatively simple, but it's cool. I love the way the ship looks. I love the detail all over it because it is, it's a core class, it's a small scale figure, but it also works as, the scale the rest of the guys are in because he can turn into a gun they can wield. And not everyone can wield it that good. It has to be kind of a bigger figure, like a Voyager class, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the classes. Anyway, yeah, all the detail on all these outside parts and stuff that you would expect, a starship to be made out of a lot of metal plates and wiring and stuff like that. It just looks really good. And his legs are backwards. And so here's the thing. And it's not even this ball joint in his knees that I'm about to complain about. The ball joint is tight and fine. It's this knee joint that is part of the transformation, and you can see the front of the pistol / the prow of the ship right there. This joint is very flimsy, and this guy, he don't like to stand up. This is a little bit of a sloped surface, but let's take a look. So it's just, and the reason that he doesn't stand too good is because of those joints entirely. It's really too bad. I have 23 Transformers figures on my shelf right now. This guy, if I were to rank them all based on how well they remain standing, this guy is number 22. And actually, one of those figures up there is a GoBot. So this guy is officially my worst Transformer figure ranked as far as how well he can stand. Really not great. If you do him like that, a little bit better because the joint that's bending, they are, opposing each other and they can't bend at the same time to make him turn his own direction. You can do the anime girl. It doesn't work as well as the spread bow-legged one. But also a lot of times when he's on my shelf, I pose him like this. I think that's fine. I like this little weapon he comes with. And again, so this is the smaller type of universal peg. And you can also stick it like this. You can stick it on his shoulder, just like you can stick stuff on Soundwave's shoulder. Just fucking great. And it is one of my favorite figures, but it would be absolutely on the top of my list if it could stay. Like even here, say I'm getting the same problem as with that particular joint. It wants to collapse. So I love the detail. I love how it looks. I love the purple color. I love this figure. I got a lot to say about a lot of Transformers toys, so stay tuned. Thank you.